Well, this morning we're learning more about a program at the University of St. Thomas, specifically focusing on those with learning differences. It's called the Pragmatic Studies Associates Program, and it's helping those students with a path to a college degree. This morning we're here with the founder of the program and the chair, Dr. Tara Torres, and one of her students, Nick Nilsson. Good morning, you guys.
Good morning.
Thanks for being here. This is fantastic.
Thank you.
Nick, and I want to talk to you about the program. Before we do that, Dr. Torres, tell us a little about how the program works and why you came up with this.
So we've noticed in my experience as a special educator and an educational diagnostician, we've noticed that there are no post-secondary options for people that learn differently. Lots of options for people that have severe and profound disabilities, and there are, of course, accommodations that students can get in college, but if you need more supports than are traditionally offered in college, if you just do life differently, there's not a lot of options for you out there. So we launched in fall of 21.
And you're a few years into it now. Can you define for folks what learning differently means?
Learning differently would be anything that, for example, we have students that have ADD and ADHD. We have students with severe dyslexia, learning disabilities, autism, anxiety disorders, executive functioning problems, auditory processing disorders. So kind of run the gamut. The common thread there is that all of the students can read and write and do math. They're all totally capable. They're all very smart people. They just do it differently.
And those differences you mentioned, they're not on or off. There's a scale. It's a gradient, right? And they're all different in that sense.
For sure.
Nick, I want to ask you about the program because you're a freshman.
Yes, sir.
What's your experience been like?
Basically, my experience has been wonderful, tremendous. Thank you, Dr. Torres, for all you do. A funny story is I learned about it last year. I remember I was coming back from the rodeo with a friend who was in the program, and so her mom reached out to my mom and told me about the program. But overall, the program is great. I like that Dr. Torres runs a program that basically lets people in with different types of disabilities, whether it's Down syndrome, Asperger's, the list goes on and on. But because normally it is very hard to get into like a full-time university such as like Harvard, U of H, and whatnot. But it's a great program, and I'm working on getting my associates, which is next year, and then transitioning into getting my bachelor's. But overall, it is a good program, and I highly recommend people apply.
Could I ask you what your favorite class is so far?
Yes.
Nutrition, health, and fitness.
Nutrition, health, and fitness, but on top of that, I'm gonna have to say social media. Learning about social media because she teaches me how to use Snapchat, which kind of feel a little bit old here. Not knowing how to use Snapchat. But overall, it's a good program.
Class sizes are small.
Class sizes are small, so it's not like a big jam-packed high school class full of football players. But it's basically a small class, and also what I like about the program is it's like, how usually professors talk pretty fast. They go at the students' pace. They go at a much slower pace instead of talking really fast. So the students, because they understand people have different learning differences and process things differently. So that's what I enjoy.
Yeah, we do project-based learning. We use universal design for learning. The idea that you can teach anybody anything if you just give them access, and everyone's going to manifest what he or she knows differently and in a different way.
How can families get involved? We know there are a lot of families out there that are looking for that place at a university, and maybe this program would fit. And I know you said you had a waiting list, so what's the process like? How does that work?
The process would be contact me. My contact information is on the website at UST. It's Tara Torres. You can contact me. My cell phone number's on the website. You can use my email too. There's an application interview that's required. I need a recent psychoeducational evaluation so that my admissions crew can review that. We have a letter of recommendation. There's an application online specifically for the program. But if you contact me or my co-person, Marty Geringer, we're both listed as contact people.
It sounds like it's a little bit of a process, but one that would be important for families, and you're going to help walk them through it to make sure that they have everything they need to really fulfill whatever the application requirements are.
And it's really individualized as as a program, and so it is a process, but that's because we're taking the information from the interview and the evaluation and the experience and creating a more individualized college experience as well.
Do you have plans to grow this even more? How does this go? Where does this go from here, do you think?
We have grown it into a bachelor's degree. It's a 2-year add-on to the associates, and from there, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. We have a couple of students that are graduating that are applying to graduate school, and so we're certainly happy to support them there. So I don't know.
But one success at a time, right? You
Right.
guys, it seems like you've sort of mastered the associate's part, you're adding the bachelor's
Yep.
part, and we'll go from there. And I know, Nick, you want to get your bachelor's degree,
Yes,
right?
yes, sir. I am working on getting my bachelor's because, having a learning difference, I have ADHD. Basically, having a learning difference, it's very difficult for me. It was very difficult back in the day for me to pay attention and whatnot. And, not be able to get accepted in like Texas A&M, Texas State, all these main big broad schools,
Yeah.
But I'm glad with this program that I'm able to get a bachelor's degree that I'm working on, because I do want to be another person in my family to get a bachelor's degree, because I just don't want to be sitting on the couch at home, doing nothing. And I say, oh, well, what am I going to do with my life? I'm just wasting it,
And you're not. You're on your way to that.
I'm on my way to get that
Absolutely.
bachelor's, and I'm on my way to serve the skies as being a flight attendant. There you
I love
go.
it.
for you.
Nick
Good for
Nilsson,
you.
we're very proud of you, and thanks for coming in. And Dr. Tara
Yes.
Torres, thank you guys so
Thank
much.
you.
Really
Yeah,
appreciate
thanks
it.
for having
Best
us.
of luck to both
Thanks
of
for
you.
having
Thank
us.
you.
Great.